What's going on, guys? J-Hoy back with you today. Welcome back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We're doing this live today. And hopefully I can actually focus while I try to get my point across. So recently can I get through a door? Recently oh my goodness. Activision released I just realized why they didn't. Is that a guy? Oh, it is a guy. Oopsie. Activision released an article basically talking about skill-based matchmaking and why it's in the game and all that fun stuff, right? We like it in the game, but we don't like it in the game. And I want to talk about some of the... Where did I just spawn? I want to talk about some of the reasons we like it versus not like it, and, you know, kind of my overall thoughts on the game, the whole thing itself, right? What was that? But it goes on to talk about in this article. This guy gonna try to finesse. Talks about in the article kind of why it's a thing and what it goes into, you know, the lobbies, right? What goes into how they form the lobbies. And it was very interesting. Why is this guy doing the same route 4 times? And it goes on to talk about, you know, the input and the platform you're playing on, and you're paying, and then, you know, what level you are, and literally, it goes into everything. Why is there so many people just not knowing what they're doing? And, like, realistically, do I want skill-based completely 100% removed? No. Right? And I know that's kind of, you know, different to what I've been talking about this entire time. But at the same time, it does have its place. How did you not just die? It has its place, right? Every FPS game... Oh, you should be dead. Every FPS game should have some sort of... Oh my goodness, that guy's got the heady of the century. Every game should have some sort of skill-based matchmaking, right? Or certain type of playlist where you don't have to try like it's the World Championships all the time. And I know that may be controversial, right? You may be like, oh, why would you want to do that? That was all headshots. But at the same time, there needs to be a playlist for competitive, for your sweaty lobbies, for your moments in your games where people just want to, you know, like run around like crackheads and try to get a crazy amount of kills or do super well or, you know, whatever. But also at the same time, when you think about it, if it were up to me, right? Obviously, not up to me. Right? Let's make that clear. Not up to me. But I would have a welcome playlist, right? We saw this in XDefiant, and it actually worked pretty well, right? No matter if you were brand new, you've had a few games on, you tried it out a couple days, you know, you haven't really played too much, whatever it was, right? It had a welcome playlist that was like levels, I think it was like 25 and under played in this playlist, and there was no kind of telling who you'd encounter, right? There's players that, like myself, have come from a FPS background that know how to play these types of games. Here. And there's players that have never touched an FPS, but they might have played, what other game is it Rainbow Six, where it's like completely different, like pace and completely different, like everything. But there was a welcome playlist, right? It was like for levels 25 and under, it was pretty darn good, right? For a player that has played FPS games and needed to learn a new game, it was beautiful. But that playlist was great, right? You allowed you to learn the game, learn the maps, learn, you know, everything about the game. We're about to get a couple players here. Then, once you, I guess, graduated, ranked up enough, whatever the right term you want to use is, then you were no longer able to be in that lobby. Which was great, right? After that point, you know the game. Not perfect, not 100%, but you know it well enough that you're not a, like, noob anymore. Right? That's pretty good. Which was actually pretty good for myself, right? I wanted to learn a new game, and I wanted a new experience while gaming. Because for the first time in a long time, like, I played a new game, right? That's not something I usually do, is I just play the same, like, 3 or 4 games, and, you know, that's kind of it, right? I don't usually go into new games. I just kind of chill, and... So it was a great experience. So playing that welcome playlist, learning a new game, learning a new map, learning a new publisher, because a lot of the games feel completely different, you know, when you're on, you know, Call of Duty versus a Fortnite versus a whatever. Alright, well, I need to wait for my team, but I really don't want to wait. Who is shooting? Keep going. 40 meters for the sub. Ooh, how are you not dead? But it was a great experience, right? After I graduated or, you know, kind of outgrew the welcome playlists, I couldn't play it anymore, right? You need to not be talking. But I graduated onto public match, and I've been having a great time. It's similar lobbies, right? It's not like it's, you know, night and day different from the welcome playlist. You just have those players that, what are you doing? That haven't played as much and aren't, you know, super familiar with the game. Still, it might be decent in the game, but, you know, you have those lobbies to figure that out. What are you doing? I mean, what am I doing? But now, once I get more familiar with the game and I actually feel confident enough to be like, okay, I know this game well enough that I could probably try ranked out. Which, honestly, probably won't be super far off from the near future. Because I feel like I'm just at that point where, you know, I'm being tested and I think I'm ready for it. But at the same time, I want to take that time to learn. Oh my god, let me down. What are you shooting bodies for? Are you that mad about it or what? Oh, teammate, you can't just ego chat like that. You have a 60-round mag gun. Like, you cannot be shooting bodies like that. Alright, we gotta focus up real quick. We're about to lose this. Where's next hill? Oh my god, we gotta go boxes. There's one already new. Gotta be careful of that. Alright, they're gonna be up to my left. Those are big kills. Those are really big kills. Just get there and help. That's all I need to do right now. Alright, we had the support. I just dropped 44 kills while doing a live stream. you guys gotta leave a like, hit the subscribe button. Who else do you see doing this except for like every single pro player ever? They can do this without, without issue. But either way, as I'm saying, right, we want those sweaty matches in rank play, but we want the public matches to be a little less this, right? Everybody is with, I mean, look at this. 39 and 30, 37 and 31. Like, nobody wants to go 37 and 31, right? He might want to go 37 and, like, 10. Right, what did I even go? I didn't even look at myself. I looked at everybody else. So I went 44 and 31, which, like, 44 kills, like, awesome, great. And I felt like I was playing pretty darn well, right? Something that happens, a decent amount of time. But we take a look at this. I can't look at it if I'm not in there. Okay. But I want those sweaty matches in rank play. Like, it felt like I was playing rank play right there. Like, it was just so sweaty, so competitive, as you guys saw. And we want to keep all the sweatiness in one part, and the more relaxed, still like, good gameplay, but like not brand new rookie noob level gameplay. We want a mix of people are shooting back and people are not shooting back. We want just a mix of that, right? Remember the old days? That's what happened. Skill-based has its place, public matches, and no skill-based where it's just completely random, where one game you could be super sweaty, one game could be kind of newbie, but you still have a couple of players that kind of know what they're doing in there. Yes, it might make some of those people quit and be like, oh, why am I playing this game? Or they're going to play a different game mode or play, whatever else. And it does say that in the article here that we're reading from, which I totally get, right? I totally get their argument. But at the same time, I feel like it'd just be better for everyone, right? Who would you rather appeal to? Myself, who plays every single Call of Duty game ever, since I started, and always buys the game, always downloads the game, always plays the game a good amount. I think I'm master level 200 and whatever that is. But like, if their goal is to have everybody that plays Call of Duty have around a 1 KD, and everyone is just playing super sweaty matches, and if that's what they want, then great. That's what they're doing. But at the same time, I'd like to have games where I just stomp the other team, right? I was on the other side of that, right? It passes, right? You're going to have your games where those new players get a couple of kills, and they're like, ooh, I started to do great. Get a couple more kills. They get to like 5, 6, 7, 8 in like a hard point, and they're like, okay, I'm getting some kills. I'm figuring out what to do. And then you get to the 10 mark, and you're like, okay, we're doing something. Sensor, we saw what he does in the Pro League. Doesn't really get a lot of kills. I could do that as long as they get in the hill and in the hard point and, on the domination flags, and they'll plant the bomb and search and destroy. Like, they could do things, right? They start to get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And then they're like, okay, now we're up with like the average, kind of line for Call of Duty players. And then it's like, okay, now I can start playing better and doing that more consistently, and then playing the game more, and then I'm not that rookie anymore where I'm getting stomped every game, right? I was on the other side of that, but now I'm not, right? I can shoot back at most gunfights, right? But at the same time, skill-based, I don't want to sweat. My final big point of this entire video, I don't want to sweat and play like it's COD Champs in a public match on not even a competitive map, right? There's already enough bull crap that we have to deal with in public match alone, with the dual wield weapons being stupidly overpowered, guns that melt in 3 or 4 bullets, whether you're looking at them or not, or getting in a gunfight if you're weak or not. There's already enough to deal with. And then playing against players that are a similar skill level as you and know what they're doing is very frustrating, right? I want to play this game, but I don't want to have my hands sweating every single game. But I could talk about this topic till I'm blue in the face, and you know what? Doesn't matter, right? Call of Duty's going to do what they want to do, and I'm going to sit here and keep doing the same thing, right? I'm going to keep complaining about it. Hopefully at some point it changes, but for now, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're closing in on 300 subscribers, so that'd mean the world to me. And as always, guys, we'll see you in the next one.